deserve to be in that room with them as much as the next person. So, yeah.
Growing up, my grandma was one of the first women in Egypt to graduate from the Faculty of Engineering in like 1966. Back then it was a lot harder to be a woman, to be a successful woman. Seeing how much she's accomplished has made me feel like I can really do anything I put my mind to.
I realized that my passion truly lies in maths and I wanted something more mathematically oriented, so I reevaluated where the intersection of my passions is, and I concluded engineering.
I think when I was in sixth form, I got the chance to work on like this project with an engineering company, and we made like a prototype for their manufacturing line, and I thought that was really cool, and I think that was definitely like the main driving factor to go and do engineering. Yeah.
I feel like I've always wanted to be a software engineer because I've always had a passion for human-computer interaction.
That's something that surprised me as well, how amazing that feeling is, that you're working on something that you find difficult, but you're also realizing, oh, I'm gaining so much knowledge in this moment. So.
I love when something works. I think that's definitely my favourite part. I enjoy being in the robotics team. I think some of the work, like, it's so detailed, and I think like the results of it are so incredible. Like, you've got this robot to manage to like navigate around the office on its own, or in the simulator getting stuff to work in there, I think is really rewarding.
Although this is a male-dominated space, it's really important to see that representation within that space. It makes you feel like, A, you're not alone, and B, there's no certain look or standard or gender or age you have to be to do well in this space.
It can be difficult for women to get into any field in engineering because there are still inequalities that we're dealing with. But you shouldn't let that challenge stop you. You should just try and push the boundaries and prove that you're worthy and you're capable of doing the job.
Personally, I was quite confident in myself that because this is what I enjoy doing, I'll find a way to make it work. I've never been intimidated by the fact that it's more male-dominated. In fact, I saw that as an opportunity to prove myself.
Women tend to be deterred from going into engineering or the sciences if they are average at what they're doing, whereas the average boy would be encouraged to pursue that. But the reason why this split is because women that are above average or okay in maths and physics are encouraged to go into humanities, whereas guys that have the same ability as their women counterparts that are discouraged actually stick to it and go into the sciences.
We'll always find another girl in engineering. Although there might not be many, there's always going to be another girl, and that always made me feel more comfortable, and I think that number of girls is starting to increase as well, which I'm very happy about.
I think it's great to see, obviously, more women in engineering, and it's nice when you like are on maybe like an event and you see another woman in engineering. Like, it's great to talk to them and to be able to connect with them and hear about them. I think just this year we went to an event to do with like women in computing and women in tech, and that was really nice to like hear all of their stories, because some people have, you know, they've overcome some real hurdles to get into engineering. It's really great to talk to other people about it and hear from their experiences as well, and it makes you feel a little bit more seen, I guess.
You're not going to be perfect at your job from the start, and that's normal, that's fine. But you know, you need to keep going, and although you might feel like, okay, this is a lot, just give it time. You went, or you're interested in engineering for a certain reason, So try and explore that reason as much as you can.
You don't really have to fit a specific stereotype to be in engineering. So there's space for creativity, collaboration, design, leadership, and also logic, like problem solving.
I think that if you gravitate towards this field, regardless of your gender, you should come into this field if that's really your calling, and I'm happy more and more women are daring to pursue it.
Don't feel put off knowing that engineering can be a male-dominated field sometimes. I don't think that's a reason not to do it. I think if anything, that is a reason more to do it, to help try and, you know, even out those numbers and make everyone feel represented within the sphere of engineering, because different people with different experiences bring different ideas. And in engineering, I think different ideas really help like push innovation and push us to do like new and more things. So.
It is still a bit challenging, but we're working through it, and I'm pretty sure that the next generation of women engineers are not going to have to deal with what I'm dealing with or what older women are dealing with in engineering. So.
There's a lot we bring to the table, and I feel like the more women break that stereotype, the more representation we have in the field, and the more normalized, so little girls no longer feel like, oh, I can't pursue a degree in engineering or a career in engineering because that's a predominantly male space. I like the fact that these walls are coming down